Welcome to another edition of My Opinion here in My Opinion TV. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell so as soon as a video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. And this morning, I want to look at a situation there in Manchester where a 34-year-old man, otherwise called Firehead, was killed by hoodlums over the weekend. He operated a shop in the Job Lane district of Christiana, Manchester. Ferguson body was discovered in the morning and persons subsequently alerted the police. But what is troubling about this is that Ferguson, who operated a cook shop, they say he had a room at the back of the building. So whenever he doesn't feel like going home, he would stay there. Now, he and his 4-year-old son was there when, according to people, like they call out Ferguson and he went out and they shot and killed him. So he was shot and killed at about 11:30 in the night, and his 4-year-old son was there. Now, as it relates to what eyewitness is saying, is either the 4-year-old son was asleep or didn't realize what was going on, because it was not until his 8-year-old cousin went to tie out her animal, or goat to be precise. She saw Ferguson's body and called for help. They say Ferguson is a very enterprising man, hard-working Jamaican man who does his hustling. He operates the shop. He buys and sells in the market. He does little mason work. So you could see that Ferguson was a trying individual who, based on what they are saying, and a lot of persons are saying, don't be misled with the name Firehead. Firehead, he got that name because when he was born, his hair was a little red. So that's why they call him Firehead. As what the persons are saying, they don't know why anybody would want to kill him. They don't know why anybody would want to do him any harm, because, you know, he's always a person trying to do things. But what is very interesting to me was that the person made, and I'm reading from the Jamaica Gleaner, the person made an assertion that, and listen, personally, I never liked that area where he was, because you always have some man a drink and smoke them weed and grabber. You have bad mind people a drop them word, and you know man and man or woman and woman get in argument and just never like the ends. But I don't know what could have happened for them to kill him. Well, for me, in all of that, that is the most salient point in this interview that the Gleaner did. And I repeat it again, I never really liked that era because I never liked the era he was, because you always have some man drink and smoke weed and grabber. You have bad mind people drop them word, and you know man and man and woman and man get in an argument, and me just never like the ends. So clearly this might have been a hot spot. Maybe the person who did this interview is insinuating that there might have been a conflict between him and somebody. There might have been argument between him and somebody. Or it could just naturally be bad mind. That's what they are trying to say. But since the start of this year, especially in Manchester, we have seen, I think if I'm quoted correctly, I think it's about the 5th business person being killed in Manchester, pretty much like this. I can remember one case that stood out clearly where the lady had a bar at the back of her house and they went there and killed her. Now, what is very troubling is this 4-year-old boy will live with this for the rest of his life. This 4-year-old boy will the memory of what happened will play in his head forever. Now, counseling is very, very essential to this young man. Even the 8-year-old girl who found him, the memories of these will play in their mind forever. and what a society we have turned into, and how this place is, where kids are turning up, being abused, being killed, and now kids are watching and seeing their parents die because of these hoodlums. Now, Jamaica is a sad state, and we have to do something to bring Jamaica back to a place where it was once, where persons could go about their life, persons not living in fear. But now, as it stands, every time you talk to somebody, they are fearful of what is going to happen. Sometimes it's not even fearful of corona anymore. It's the fear of these hoodlums who just turn up and take people's life as if it's just another day they're eating some food. But as I said, and Ferguson, he has been operating this shop at this very location for the past 10 years. So clearly this man was well known in the community. And I mean, based on what we are hearing, clearly the father of three was doing himself and trying to make himself a better life. But in the end, there was some person who didn't want him to excel or didn't want him to go anywhere. You understand? But at the end of the day, we hope the police, as I said, will do their thorough investigation. The perpetrators of this heinous act will be brought to book. And at the end of the day, justice will be served for the life of Kevin Ferguson taken out. And you know, I can, as my biggest problem with this, no life is supposed to be taken by anyone. But can you imagine that 4-year-old boy and the 8-year-old girl, who one might have witnessed the incident, and two, the 8-year-old who came upon his lifeless body? But again, that's just another day, and we hope these perpetrators will be brought to book. But as I said, you can check us out on Instagram at My Opinion TV. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell. So as soon as a video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. Until next time, be safe, be careful, and always look out for a family member and look out for a neighbor.